Here I've got my MSP430 on my breadboard ready to program. The red cable that you see there is connected to VCC on the launch pad. Then the green one is ground. We've got the blue one reset, and the yellow one is test. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the code and walk through that real quick. Looking at my code, basically what I've done is I have hard-coded the character arrays that represent the most coded messages we will send, as well as I've initiated a global variable to be a counter, which will go through the indices of each character array. The 1 represents the light being on, and the 0 represents it being off. So the first character array is SOS, and the commented one right now is RIC. We go into the main loop, and what I've done is I'm using tassel 2 as my clock, and I'm using ID3 to divide the clock by 2 to the 3, so 8. And then with those two, what I've done is I did the math to get 31,250 as the clock cycles until the first interrupt. That way we would get the quarter of a second unit as specified in the lab. And then after the main loop, we go on to the actual interrupt. And basically all I've done is here we've got the clock cycles again. And what I've done is just a simple if-else statement, so that as the counter, which we initiated earlier, the counter is basically going to be the indice tracker of the character array, and if we've got a 1 at that indice, we'll shine the light, and if we don't, we'll just we just don't shine the light. And then at the end, I just increment my counter, and then we'd use modular division to go ahead and be able to repeat the message after each time it's gone through the entire character array, so that way the message repeats itself. Go ahead and debug and program. So right now what the message we're going to be transmitting is SOS. So there we've got the S, the O, and then the S again. As I've uncommented the RIC character array, and I have commented out the SOS one, so we can go ahead and test that. So now we're going to be debugging. Let's go ahead and play. So we've got the R, the I, and then the C. One more time, it's the R, the I, and then the C.